Hello guys, welcome to Open Techno. Summer is here and with it comes pool season. And what better companion than a pool robot? In this video, I'll show you the TALOSBO Pleco Easy Serving Espresso One, a super simple, low-budget device costing around 100–110, and it's going to help us with the daily maintenance of the pool. Maintenance that will be simplified to vacuuming the bottom of the pool, where insects, leaves, or even some branches usually end up. This TALOSBO Pleco S1 is a super simple device. I'm telling you, it only takes care of cleaning the bottom. It won't be useful for us on opening day to have it clean the whole pool because it doesn't climb the walls or clean the surface of the water. However, I'm telling you, it has a very low budget, as these devices usually cost between 500 to over 2,000 euros, as we saw a few months ago on the channel. However, I won't keep you waiting. Let's do the unboxing and I'll show you how it works. Unboxing the TALOSBO Pleco S, the simplest vacuum cleaner. It comes in simple packaging inside a bag. The vacuum cleaner itself is very small. And then in the box, we only get the charger, which we'll use when we need to charge it. There's absolutely nothing else in the box. So it's super simple. Let's see that this robot also has something inside. If we open these hinges on the sides, we lift up what would be the motor and the whole part that will later do the suction. And here we have on one side the filter, which is ultimately what will collect all the dirt. As you can see, this would be the filter, and what then? Afterwards, we'll have to clean it every time we use it to remove the dirt it has picked up. And here inside, we have a hook that will help us attach it to a typical broomstick or something like that, to retrieve it from the bottom of the pool. Because this robot isn't able to, when it finishes vacuuming, climb up to the edge of the pool, so we don't have to get in. So we have to attach a broomstick to this hook. Also in this little bag, we get a couple of replacement brushes, which are the brushes that go on the bottom and scrub the pool floor to clean the dirt. I'm going to tell you some features of this TALOSBO Pleco S1. It's a very small device, kind of like a Roomba, about 34 centimeters long, 26 wide, very easy to handle, 2.9 kilograms. So yeah, it's small and very manageable. For instance, it's handy for vacuuming or cleaning the pool bottom, as it only cleans the bottom of pools up to 60 square meters, as mentioned earlier, because it has an autonomy of about 1 hour and 20 minutes. Then it charges in 2.5 hours using a connector we have on the bottom with the little cable you saw that we took out of the box. And it's capable of submerging up to 3 meters, so in the end it's unusual. A pool that's more than 3 meters deep is rare, but just so you know, it can be used up to 3 meters. It has a tank to store dirt with a capacity of 2.5 liters, which we'll see later if that's enough. And its speed is 10 meters per minute. This sounds great in theory, but let's charge it and try it in the pool. To charge it, we have this small port here that's covered in rubber so that water doesn't normally get in. So we just remove it and use the connector we have for charging that comes with it. Also, there's no way to get it wrong because it can only be connected one way, so we leave it like that and let's go find an outlet to plug it in and charge it. Let's try the TALOSBO S1. We have a little button on the bottom that if we press it, it simply turns on, and now it's just a matter of putting it in the water. Well, so first impressions of the TALOSBO S1. The truth is, it's a robot that, from what we're seeing, works pretty well for what it is. It's for daily pool maintenance, to remove solid objects like wasps, mosquitoes, leaves, or things like that. It vacuums really well. So what's happening in this case, we've noticed that it's a robot that moves very fast. So what does this cause? For example, if we have dirt like algae or very fine debris at the bottom of the pool, by moving so fast, it stirs it up. And with the water current it creates, while vacuuming, it stirs everything up and ends up leaving all that dirt suspended in the water. Another thing we've missed is that this vacuum cleaner doesn't have rollers that scrub the floor. As you can see, the floor has picked up a lot of the dirt that was there, but there are still areas where it feels like if you don't scrub, they won't really get clean. TALOSBO is a simple vacuum robot for daily maintenance, primarily designed to pick up large objects. It doesn't work in an organized way, it just moves around the pool, making different paths randomly, and you just trust that eventually it will cover the whole surface. As for the battery, we'll take it out now and see what kind of battery it has. So let's take it out and see what dirt it has collected in the filter. To take it out, what we did was attach the hook to a pool pole, and this way, as you can see, in a super simple way, we managed to take it out. To see the filter, simply as I mentioned before, we remove the side clips, take out what would be the motor, we'll leave the whole central part here with the water running, and the filter would come out like this. Here you can see that after all, these are all the particles it has been catching and that have stayed in this area, in this little filter. And then all the dirt has actually stayed in this compartment that we have in the lower part of the robot. After using it, and to make sure it stays this clean for the next time it starts cleaning again, all we have to do is take out the filter, take out the box. They're completely made of plastic, and we put them under the hose, just spray them with water, and they come out perfectly clean. We don't even have to scrub or do anything at all. This is significantly cleaner than household vacuum cleaners like Roombas. Now it's time for the conclusions. What is this TALOSBO Pleco for? That one? Well, as you've seen in the video, basically when we put it in a pool, it's not able to scrub the bottom of the pool. This is because on its underside, it just has some little rubber pads that do scrub, but in a very, very gentle way, the bottom of the pool. As it goes over it, what this device mainly focuses on is vacuuming. So this device is made to vacuum up things that are loose, not dirt that has been stuck on for 9 months. The TALOSBO Pleco S1's operation is extremely simple. As mentioned earlier, I believe it's perfect for the purpose. Once we have the pool clean and we want to do daily maintenance, we just wake up in the morning, put it in the pool for a little while, take it out, and it will leave us without any flies, wasps, bees, leaves, and other fine debris that falls to the bottom of the pool. We have tested it in a much more complex scenario, which is a pool that hasn't been cleaned for months. Despite that, it still collected a significant amount of dirt, as you've observed. To finish, I just want to tell you that the price of this TALOSBO Pleco S1 is around 100 to 110 euros. We'll leave the purchase link in the description below with the cheapest price we can find. If you have any questions about this device, you can leave them below in the comments. And with that said, I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye.